So they had the strongest grocery sales in the most in 9 years. What was the main driver of that?
Yeah, that's absolutely right. They've really been working to refresh their grocery offering, refresh the fresh food actually in their grocery offering. Their sales were up, the best sales for grocery in 9 years. That fed into a really good post for comparative sales. Take a look at the Bloomberg here. I've got a G chart for you which shows Walmart posted its largest sales growth in a decade. Walmart same-store sales up over 4.5% there today. Analysts have hailed it as a banner quarter, and a lot of them have pointed towards grocery. It's an area they've really been aggressively defending themselves against Amazon after Amazon bought Whole Foods. Walmart has the biggest share of the grocery aisle, about 25.6%. Amazon doesn't even make the top 5 of the US grocers just yet. As I said, they've been refreshing their food offerings, but they've also really been focusing on click and collect. So that's online orders that you can then pick up in store. CEO Doug McMillon saying they were aggressively pursuing that strategy. You can now click and collect in 1,800 Walmart stores across the US. You might remember that Amazon only just recently announced that they would be offering that service in some of their Whole Foods stores.
Right. Walmart has clearly been very aggressive. They have this click and collect. They have curbside pickup. But how does this compare to Amazon's offerings?
In terms of what they offer, I mean, we're still waiting to hear a lot more about what Amazon are going to be doing with Whole Foods, of course. One of the things that a lot of analysts were saying when Amazon reported earnings earlier in the season was that Whole Foods wasn't really mentioned at all. When it comes to Walmart and e-commerce, which is obviously another area where you can see a direct comparison between the two, you mentioned that they saw e-commerce growth of 40% last quarter. That was compared to the second quarter of last year, where Walmart saw e-commerce growth of more than 60%. But the fact that they returned to 40% on a bigger base suggests that's a more impressive result for Walmart. One other winner here is the Walton family. They're the biggest shareholders in Walmart, the wealthiest family in America, and they just became a whole lot wealthier. Today's stock move putting $11.6 billion in additional wealth for the Waltons.
What about challenges in the back half of the year? Was there any discussion about concerns around tariffs or changing consumer sentiment?
There hasn't. Tariffs is something that Walmart and a number of retailers say they're watching. They're concerned because it creates uncertainty, but there's not a lot that's been that massively affects consumer products right now. One of the things that Walmart is trying to do or looking at very closely is the cost of household items. So transportation and labor costs are sort of pushing up the price of household items like paper towels, like diapers and things like that. And obviously one of the things that Walmart is known for is low prices, and they don't really want to have to pass on those increased costs to their customers, because obviously if they did, that also creates another opportunity for Amazon, who can also offer or can also try and beat them on price there.